Hey, what's going on? Uncle Chris here with another edition of Fat Dudes Approved. Right now, I'm letting y'all in on a little bit of a secret. Right now, I'm working on my head cracking potato salad. It's Fat Dude Approved. When I say it's Fat Dude Approved, let me go ahead and tell you I had somebody who was a vegetarian turn around and tear into this. This is what they asked for. Now check this out. This right here, I've got potatoes, I've got the eggs, I've got bacon, I got caramelized onions. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, I don't like onions. But when I caramelize it with the bacon, what it ends up doing is the onion actually releases a little bit of the flavor and then takes on that bacon flavor. So it spreads bacon all the way through. I also got some jalapenos, some green onions in here. I took the bottom to cut those down and let those saute up in it as well. When I'm sitting here doing this, one of the main things that we do is we can sit there and get that good old fashioned mayo. You got to get a good amount of this. Oh, this is not the good amount. But we're going to go ahead and make sure we get all this. And I'm going to need a whole little bit more. See, now when I make it, I end up leaving it to where we have mayo, mustard, seasonings. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit different because I'm making a whole bunch. I want to make sure the flavor goes through without being overwhelming or super mayonnaise-y, if that's a word. But a good amount of mustard. Some mayo. That's not me, that's this. Mayo, mustard. I didn't put the mayo or the spoon directly in here just yet because I wanted to make sure I got my seasoning in here and I don't have it all over the handle. Now, if you didn't know what this is that Uncle Chris Daps, that delicious all-purpose seasoning. You might find it in the store, but it's not gonna look like that. As I sit here and do it this way, you're gonna say you gotta season it in the middle. Here's what we do. We season it at the top, that way the mayonnaise, as it gets all the way around, we'll turn around and make it right. And just a dash garlic powder. Now in the bowl over here, green onion, the tops, cilantro, jalapenos. I pulled out some of the veins, even though they're not necessarily hot, because I want the crunch and I don't want to get surprised by one being too hot and somebody else not getting none. And the celery is in here. We add that in a little bit. But then you get in here, you spread it all the way around. Now, if you've heard me talk about my salads, I don't like them to be so full of mayonnaise that you can't tell what it is. I like an even flavor. That way you get to taste everything. It doesn't look like it's gonna be even all the way around, but it will, because you can always add to. You can't take away from. So it's better to put it towards the front, leave it under seasoned at the end. But if you season it with the mayonnaise, it'll work its way through and balance out because it works. It's not like I'm sitting here trying to make the mayonnaise and season the mayonnaise. That doesn't make sense. I mean, it's a good idea. I might need to try that. But I know that my flavors have always been consistent when I do it this way. That way, when it works through, you start to get everything in. You'll get the bacon. You'll start to see the mayo, the eggs. You'll see a little bit of onion. But notice how I only put the mayo at the top, and now it's starting to work its way through. In my seasoning, it's got a little more yellow because of the yolk and the turmeric that's in my all-purpose Uncle Chris seasoning. A lot of people like this because when you mix it around and it starts to get consistent, you'll start to hear it. Just listen. That way you don't have to worry about it getting watery or anything else afterwards. It's just consistent. Now, as we're here, see how this is? Now we add all the greenery. The cilantro, jalapeno, celery, green onions. That way, you get that yummy deliciousness in every bite. Like I said, I caramelized some of the jalapeno and the onion. So I'm using the celery. So when you get into it, you get that pop of crispness, you get that flavor, you get a little bit of a textural difference. Man, it's a workout. And apparently I'm fumbling. Hey babe, I think we need a bigger bowl.
Uh-oh.
But that's one of the reasons why I used to make this in a pot. Because I want to make sure that it gets even mixed. Notice how the celery is working its way through. All of the greenery is starting to get in there. It's starting to change. Now right about here, I personally look at it just to make sure, and I'm checking. I don't see much pepper, so I'll add a little bit more. That way it'll have that pepper, that gentle pepper bite. As I'm in the kitchen, my pup has a tendency to make some noise. He wants to be heard. So now that he's being dealt with, got a little bit of peace. Now, I did not prepare completely because I'm supposed to let my wife taste this, make sure everything is good or if it needs anything. Let me grab a spoon. Matter of fact, here we go right here. Got a fork. Hey, taste this.
Let me see.
What's it need?
A little more mustard and a little more seasoning.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She always knows. My young lady helped me to win a couple of chili cook-offs because her taste has been on. No more mayo, right?
We have more mayo, but maybe a spoonful.
A small spoon, big spoon?
Let's go with a big spoon.
Okay. Let me grab a paper towel. Thank you. And so a serving spoon. This good? This big enough?
Yes.
All right. How much?
Let's go with one big scoop. Yeah.
That way it balances out. So, this is that Fat Dude approved head cracking potato salad. Now, after I mix it, it doesn't stay here. It goes into a serving pan. When we do the serving pan, what we also do is garnish it with a boiled egg. Instead of using the Uncle Chris, old school, paprika. And the final garnish, a little bit of fresh cilantro is gonna go ahead and be on top. All right, so this is about This is quick, a bit longer, but 6 slabs of bacon, 1 bushel of green onions, 1 sweet onion, about 6 jalapenos, 9 potatoes, and that is 13 eggs. I'll show you the end result in a minute. How's that taste?
Perfect.
All right. So I'll make sure I get the final results up so you'll be able to see that, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to try and make this, go ahead, shoot me a message. I'll send you the recipe. I'll do the best I can for you, but I can't make it taste like mine. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be blessed. And if you didn't know, you might want to ask somebody. Uncle Chris can get it in. Holla at y'all later. Peace.